Cyberpunk 2077 adds an option for streamers to remove copyrighted music. It makes it so the streamers can avoid getting a DMCA copyright strike, and the copyright-free music and music produced by CD Projekt Red will take its place.
Okay, so this is CD Projekt Red being really, really, really smart. They recognize that streamers influence people to buy games. Facts. If you don't believe me, look at a game like Fall Guys.
Right.
Had any of you guys heard of Fall Guys before you saw a streamer playing it? No, nobody did. Some guy in his basement figured out, oh, hey, Fall Guys is pretty funny. We should play that on stream. And then they streamed it, and then all of a sudden everybody else was like, hey, that's pretty hilarious. We should try that game. Streamers sell games. It's facts. That's a fact. So CD Projekt Red is being really smart by recognizing that they don't want streamers to get their content kicked off or deleted because of copyrighted music.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. This is brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. I couldn't agree more. And it's something that we've touched on this topic, recently, because I think in the episode that the first time we missed a week, that because of technical issues, we were talking about a developer at Google that was like leading on one of the Google projects for Stadia, came out and said that streamers should have to pay developers and publishers copyright fee in order to stream games. Dude. Huge outcry. The dude was shut up immediately. Google came out and decried him, saying, no, we support gamers.
We support the streaming. Don't believe that. Nope.
And it does bring up an interesting topic. I mean, because you're right. Games do sell more when streamers make it popular. Sea of Thieves saw a huge spike when Summit 1G started getting into it. He's a huge streamer. I think he's a top 10 on popularity.
Oh yeah, he's huge.
And he streams this game, and then all of a sudden, Sea of Thieves has, a huge boom.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Sea of Thieves, it sounds like they're coming out with a Game Pass for Sea of Thieves, which is interesting. But
what?
Yeah, apparently, what? I haven't really looked into it. Rico had just sent this to me a couple hours ago while I was streaming, and I really haven't had a chance to go take a look at it.
Okay.
So we'll have to look more into that. Maybe we'll touch on that on next week's podcast. But you're going to see these Game Pass bundles coming out on everything. But it's interesting because you're right. Streamers do sell
Battle
games.
Pass is what you mean. Oh
Battle
my
Pass.
gosh.
What did I mean?
Okay. Sorry. Game Pass. You said Game Pass. So I was like,
no. I'm sorry.
Idea what you are saying right now.
Battle Pass. Yes. My mistake.
Sea of Thieves is looking to bring out a Battle Pass. Sorry.
In fairness, we're streaming this a day earlier. We're recording this a day earlier than we usually do.
Yeah, and super late.
I just finished streaming. I've been talking for the past 6 hours, and
I know.
So I'm like, I'm already tired. I worked earlier today, and I'm just tired. So it happens. I made a mistake. Battle Pass. Anyways, the point I was trying to make is, or the thing I was trying to talk about is that I do think streamers do sell games, and you even see movies allowing streamers to stream it, like through Amazon Prime. On Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch anything that's on Amazon Prime live with an audience, as long as the audience has Prime as well. Movies. But music is the only one that you can't, music is so stingy. And my thing is, you would be surprised how many artists, even small artists, and I just got my Spotify end of the year thing. I listened to almost over 600 artists this past year. 600 artists.
Yeah, mine was 500 something.
Yeah. So there's so many artists that I find new artists when I'm watching other streamers and they're playing music from someone I don't know, especially now, since you can't really play the popular music. You're finding a lot of smaller artists.
Oh yeah.
That you can listen to. And so I'm just like, at what point does the music industry realize that they could potentially make money with this? And I don't think streamers, and I've never used music for monetary reasons.
I don't know, man. The music industry has been it's been steeped for a long time.
Yeah.
And they, I mean, that's just a whole nother beast altogether.
Really is.
Because they've recognized, you got to remember, I mean, film came around, and then all of a sudden they wanted music in their films, and all of a sudden there was licensing, and music has done it this way for so many years, and it's always been this way. And I I don't know, man. There's, you know what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is some people are gonna make it huge because they let their music get streamed. They're going to get huge.
And you'd see a lot of the music I play now is from an artist named Matt Churn. You'd be sure to go follow him on Spotify. It's at Churn Beats. Makes fantastic music. And, you know, he gave me permission. You know, I threw out a tweet saying, hey, I'm frustrated. I can't play music anymore. The stream is like completely different when there's no background noise and stuff. And he came out and he was like, hey, man, you know, you can use my music, no copyright strikes, none of that. You can use it. You know, you have my permission. And so I started using his music, and it's, you know, it's like electronic, like dance music kind of, but it slaps. It's so good. I'm like, man, this guy's really talented. And he only had like 500 followers at that time. I think last time I went and looked, I think he's over 5,000 now.
Yeah. Right.
And
that's what's going to happen. He's going to keep growing because because people see him or hear him. I should say hear him on people's streams and everything else. He's going to do good. And you know what's going to happen with all these other artists? They're going to see all these other artists like rising up, and they're going to be like, "Hey,
what's the secret?
Boss man, what's going on? Like, why can't they use my music on the streams?" I mean, you think about like some of these. I think about some of these songs by some of these artists who like just blow it up on the radio, and like you're driving along and everybody in the truck hears that song and they all sing along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some of these artists that got huge songs. Imagine a streamer playing, just, you know, goofing off, having fun with his people, his following, and all of a sudden a song comes on and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, I love that song. That song's amazing." Yeah. And then they have like a dance party and they have all sorts of fun around this song. And people who don't know that song go, "Oh man, that song is sick. I need to check that." Dude, it's great. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Dude, I can tell you, I introduced my audience to forget the Rodney Radke, his newest band. Gosh, it's gonna bother me if I can't remember it, but he put out a song that I hadn't heard before. I heard it on the radio, so I played the music video on my stream for my audience to watch.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people on my stream went and started listening to all their stuff.
Yeah.
All of it. And hold on, I'm gonna look. I need to know the name of the band because it's gonna drive me nuts. But
influencers have influence, and if they're listening to something cool, people like it, people are going to go and find who it was and figure out what they were like, all their songs.
Right.
Look, I mean, you find an artist that you like, you're like, "Hey, that's a really cool song." You go and check out some of their other songs to see and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, I love these guys. They rock," you know, like, or like, I mean, anything. It doesn't matter what genre you're into. It doesn't matter. People hear one song that's good, they go, "That's pretty cool. I need to check them out," or "I need to check that guy out," or whatever. Yeah. And they do. And guess what? Sometimes they become lifelong fans after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the name of the band, by the way, is Falling in Reverse. And I know I have a few of my followers that are just like, "Yeah, we went through and listened to all of that stuff after we saw you play that on stream because we loved it." And I was like, "Dude, that's awesome." But, you know, I think Ronnie Radke, who's the lead singer of that band, is in the best position because he's also a streamer. And he can play his own music on his stream. So
he's like, "There's my own."
He doesn't have to worry about any of that. Although it would be hilarious.
Best of both worlds for that one.
It would be hilarious if he was getting copyright strike for his own music. Like, it's my song.
Like, guys, I made this.
Yeah,
guys,
I created it.
I'm actually playing the master right now, like on my computer.
Like, whole live stream.